fantastic Friday because it's the end of this week. Oh my gosh. It was like 10 days this week. This week was 10 days. It's fantastic Friday because it's the end of this week. Oh, Lord. Our internet went down yesterday in the middle of a class. Kane and I got it back up working thanks to Kane and his wisdom and my little tips here and there. Anyway, we figured out how to continue because if we can't continue, everybody that was there for 2.5 hours wouldn't have gotten credit. So yay, we did it. And this morning we're still working on it, but I think it's back up again. CenturyLink was down in 3 states. Biggest outage I have ever known. We have never had an outage at our business building, 8400 West Sahara, that lasted more than a half hour or a half a day. I think one time years ago when we were switching from one bandwidth to another, but that was it. So we've been blessed. And I heard Cox was out, Cox Cable or Cox Internet was out too this week. So not sure what's going on in that world. I am, speaking of, I'm going to do a quick check. Hopefully everybody had a great week. It's, we are really busy in the rental market. And of course, renters eventually turn into buyers. And right now, I field a lot of the calls sometimes. And speaking of, yeah. I'm going to do, okay. Yeah, I'm on. Anyway, I field a lot of the calls. And yesterday I had like 3 or 4 that I fielded. And these people say, well, I want to rent, but I really want to buy, but the interest rate went up. So, I have to wait. And these people are golden. These are your buyers next year. So, don't discount the renters because a lot of them are not buying right now because of the interest rates. Okay, what's going on here in our market? Another day in paradise in sunny Las Vegas. And I walked the dogs this morning instead of working out at the fitness center. And it was gorgeous. Oh my gosh, it was under 80. And there was a little bit of a cloud cover. Oh, it was heaven. And I don't think it's going to get that hot today either. So I'm really, really jazzed. Don't ask me why a Georgia girl came to Nevada when she doesn't like the heat. I guess I didn't like the humidity and the fleas and the ticks and the rain. So it was a pro and con, right? A Ben Franklin. Okay, so we have 109 days of inventory. That's been kind of the story for the past couple of weeks. It fluctuates a little bit. We did list 216 homes yesterday, and that's huge. That gives us 94 that were just listed under 450 and under, and 2,691 homes that are for 450 and under. 450, slow down, Ruth. That's 2,691 available single family homes that are 450,000 and under. So do your math with your mortgage lender or your mortgage calculator to determine, what the sweet spot is for how much money people need to make with just even before their debt service. So you know that you can help the people that maybe you're working with. And there's a buy down for 10,000. And I'm going to continue to say this. You can get your sellers who have equity in their homes. Unless they bought this year, they, at 470, which they probably didn't. Anyway, median price I'm speaking about. But the point is that they bought last year, they bought 2 years ago. They do have equity, and it's all paper. It's all on paper. It's like the chips in a casino. They give those to you because they don't want you to associate the gambling with money, just chips. So that's kind of like the equity that people have in their homes. It's paper. It's like in the stock market, it goes up and you think you're rich and it goes down tomorrow and you're not as rich. So it's just paper. So get your sellers to contribute $10,000 to buyers, especially in that 450 price range that want to buy, the first time home buyers. That can contribute $10,000 as a buy down of the interest rate so they can qualify. And lenders are coming out with more and more of these programs. Bank America came out with a program for minority groups where they don't have to make a down payment. And you might want to Google that and get the details on it. So we're selling 59 homes per day. That's condos, townhomes, single family homes, and high rises. Versus last year, we were selling 159. So we've cut our production in half. We've cut our commission checks in half. And just making you aware of that, because if you're not farming, planning, and don't have a business plan and don't work your database, it could get pretty bleak this winter, everybody. You've got to get on the phone. You've got to do your pop-bys. You've got to do your personal notes. You've got to do your postcards or your letters with items of value. Don't be just selling. Just give people something. And you might say, oh, but I need a commission check today or tomorrow or next month. Well, it doesn't happen that fast. But in January, you're going to need a commission check too. I always tell everybody, hey, I'm going to eat next year, so I might as well work today, and work as hard as I can, and at least start putting things in the pipeline. And having a farm and sending things to that farm, communicating with that farm. If you have a farm that's not a gated community, you should be doing pop-bys. You should be, knocking on doors there and striking up conversations, telling people how the market is. Well, production is down, but it may be a good time to sell because there's a lot of new programs that perhaps, buyers that need mortgages can take advantage of. So learn your story that you're going to tell. You have to have a story before you can have a strategy.